I am so excited to be here. Oh, so much is happening. There is so much to share and so much to help you help yourself be the creator, the manifester, living as the truth of who you are, a beautiful flower, creating your garden, creating your life. And it couldn't be more amazing time to be alive, honestly. So, where to even begin? The first thing I'm going to start sharing to really help you is understanding the garden in which you now live. So what you need to understand is that you are a flower. You are a beautiful flower that has its stem, its roots, and you're starting to understand that you have a bloom and how to sustain as this bloom. Notice that at any point in time, we can do it together right now. You can close your eyes and you can see a garden. See the garden however you see the garden. Notice the beautiful soil, notice the energy of the garden, and you can look down and check the soil. Just do that. Check the soil. How does your soil look? I can see that a lot of people's soil is extremely dry. It's like crumbly and it's hard. Very few people are aware of themselves right now to have that moist, beautiful, lush soil. So notice, if you just trust yourself, you can see the soil right away. You can see your roots of your flower. You can see the stem of your flower. You can see, honestly, at what point and what frequency, we can call it, you are operating at when you check your flower. Okay? So just notice that. The biggest thing that you need to understand and you need to start accepting is that everything that you need, everything that we are, is inside. A flower can self-sustain. A flower does not need everything outside of it to help it live. Okay? You have that wisdom, you have that knowledge, and imagery is everything in order to move you forward. What is imagery? Imagery overrides the mind. What is the mind? The mind is the program. The mind is the old language of even ego. The program is here, okay? We think that we're scared of, AI technology coming in, all that stuff. No. It's already here. You are a part of it. By being in this body of form, you already are part of AI, okay? Feel that. You already are part of it. You are in this body, which is ran by the program. The work, okay, the shift now in our beautiful, amazing life is to understand that, accept that, remove it, and let the light of you, the flower of you, take over your entire body. Because what happens when you accept and when you understand that you're a flower, you can heal absolutely anything. You can self-sustain, and you literally make and understand that your destiny is the number one priority and density is number two. Obviously, you're in a body, okay? Obviously, you need to eat. Obviously, you need to move, sleep, all those things. But when you check your destiny first, the energy, and then the density, everything starts to change. We have been programmed and we have been taught and we have lived in this whole entire illusion in this life that we forgot that we were flowers and that we needed everything outside of us in order to sustain, to be happy, to find joy, to understand ourselves. No longer is that the case. So if you look around at your life right now and you can see it so clearly, it's like when we were kids, that world that we lived in when we were kids is still trying to exist now, and it's falling apart. It's falling apart. It's falling apart. And what you need to understand is it might look like it's staying and it might look that it's all like stabilized. It's not. It's falling apart so that the garden of humanity, the truth of humanity, can then come through. This is taking some time and density right now. There is a massive overturn of everything, okay? So that the flowers can actually bloom in the actual soil, not sit in the greenhouse life that once was. What is the greenhouse life that once was? flowers that are controlled, flowers that literally wake up, do the same thing, repeat. They're in fake fucking light. They're in building structures. If you look at, just repetitive school, all the things, that's the greenhouse. It's like, this is what you learn. This is what you do. This is how you live. It's checklist life. The greenhouse dims the flower, controls the flower, narrates to the flower to not feel. Okay? Everything in life, everything of which you are, how to trust yourself, how to create, how to be, comes from understanding how to feel. You have to learn and heal to shut off the mind that loops, that wants to live in a future that hasn't happened, that wants to pull from a dead past, and it wants to create the future from everything that's happened in the past. This is not something that you can do by talking to yourself, okay? The words don't matter anymore. You can't sit here and, apply the words to what you know to try and heal yourself. Why? Because the program, okay, this program is a computer operating system. And by being in this body of form, you are part of the AI technology that is now on the planet, that has always been on the planet, and will be moving forward. AI runs off of words. Okay, you can go on Instagram right now. Just do this as an example. And you can see a lot of the coaches, the mentors, the spiritual community, whatever you want to use it, they very much use like block lettering, words. They're talking about things in the words, okay? In the words. That is talking to the mind. It is talking to the AI. I know this because I lived in the program the last 3, 4, 5 years. So even if you looked on our Instagram account, you will see that I downloaded the exact same way. I gave the program the words that they wanted. And now everything has been flipping to feeling. Notice that. You can see that in yourself. Where AI wants information, it does not want change. It wants information, and that information just goes right here into this database of the mind, and it keeps the mind going like this, okay? Keeps the mind going like this. It filters through all these words, all these, highlight words, all these like key phrases, all these words, okay? What does it do? Keeps you spinning left and right, keeps you spinning left and right, because then you don't actually have to feel. You don't have to apply anything, and you just keep saying to yourself, I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. This feels so hard. And then you start blaming. What do words do? Words allow you to blame. It's so-and-so's fault. So-and-so said, so-and-so this, so-and-so that. This person annoys me. Blame. Everything is a blame because the words feed the computer system. Okay, it's like hungry to keep the flower upside down, to keep the flower not listening to itself, to keep the flower in a state of, I don't know, reality that's not fucking real, to keep it in an illusion, to keep it thinking that it's doing something because it has the words, it has the language. Doesn't work. I don't know about you, but you might have heard, a really good quote throughout your life, maybe in relationships, maybe just in general, where it's like actions speak louder than words. That has never been more true ever. Words literally do nothing anymore. Words, me right now speaking with you, is energy. It is energy that is literally occupying your mind while the words do the actual energy work to help your body to change cellularly and DNA. When you know who you are and you speak with awareness, but most of all with consciousness, those words look like little strands of dental floss, okay, that go into the cell and the DNA of a being, and it alters the experience. It alters the connection. It alters the moment at hand, okay? So you can see this if you were standing next to somebody who's in program, and there's no judgment, who just throws out the words, okay? Throws out the words, uses a lot of words, versus somebody who embodies the understanding that words are just energy, and the way that they speak, the way that they hold themselves, the way that they live, as the light taking over their flower, you will see two parallel realities happening. There's impact, okay? There's impact on this side, okay? And there's coping on this side. The program gives the spiritual body and the mind relief. Okay? Take that in. The program gives the spiritual body and the mind relief to cope. When you have the language and you understand that it's energy, meaning you are conscious of why you say what you say, you're conscious of who you are, you're conscious of how you're living, you have impact. And what does the impact do? It releases these little strands into whoever you're talking to, and it enters in through their cells and through their DNA, and it weaves in, and you create an energetic combustion, an energetic experience. You create inspiration, you create joy, you create excitement, you create remembering by just being yourself. Feel this. Everybody alive is having some sort of crisis within themselves, questioning within themselves, experience within themselves is why am I here? Why the fuck am I here? How did I get here? You know, many conversations I've been having about I'm X and Y, Z age, and I don't even know how I got here. I don't know why I got married. I don't know why I had kids, but I'm here. We're all here. Whatever your choices were, okay, you got yourself here. Now, whatever your life is, whatever's been created, you get to look at it from up here and see what needs to be weeded in your garden so that you can understand yourself, so that you can clear yourself out in such a fast and rapid way, so that when you understand yourself and see and accept that everything that got you here is not something that you need to be a victim about, it's the acceptance that it is. This is the life that you chose and the life that has chosen you. So what are you going to do about it? Are you going to continue to live over here in the coping and the relief of the language? Or are you going to be like, I am ready to be the example. I am ready to live in my own garden. I am ready to understand in my garden where the weeds are. I'm here to understand how the soil is dry. I'm here to take care of myself so that with every single person that I meet, I can be an example in my garden of a beautiful, blooming, alive flower. Not a flower that literally is wilted and dry and exhausted and constantly flipping upside down, trying to cope and find relief through words and something outside of themselves. The program wants you to find something outside of yourself in order to feel relief, to cope, to feel that you are worthy of being here. But you already are. Okay? So really understand this. There's so many people, I know that you know them, and you might have not met many of them, who are true flowers, okay? True flowers who are blooming, who are alive, who are living as lights in this body of form right now, who are shining, okay? And when you fucking meet them, you know, because something alters you, something hits you, and you know that you are being altered in this moment. You know that you feel something about this person. You know you can feel it. It is rare, but there's beings right now alive on this planet that are embodying this so that you can remember too. And what happens when you get out of the coping, when you get out of the looking for the relief, and you get out of the denial that you are a flower, you then become a crater. This is the most amazing moment of one's life when you realize that you are the creator of your life and you start to remember how to create. Now, the crazy thing in this moment, the craziest thing, is that you have been creating your entire life. Everything that you have, whether it be good or negative from your perspective, all came from you creating this reality. Now, you all had seed manipulation. So yes, choices were made from your lineage, misunderstandings from your lineage. The whole thing with seed manipulation is that your seed in the greenhouse over here, okay, at one time when you were born into this body of form by the parents that you were born into, your seed was manipulated, meaning you had an original seed. Okay, so imagine it, whatever color you want. I see mine is pink. My pink seed was born into this body of form. At the greenhouse, my seed was all of a sudden taken, and it was like, oh, we're gonna, alter this with her mom. We're gonna get her mom's lineage in here. We chopped it up and we reformed. It's like a compound pill of your seed. We mixed it with all the different lineage. Why were our seeds manipulated? To literally get us to this moment of now where we, majority of this planet, made choices from our lineage. We became our parents, we became our siblings, we became our in-laws. We made choices from the seed manipulation because everything is energy. These seeds took on the energy that was never ours. So look at that. Your life up until this moment of now was created through some sort of seed manipulation. So you can look at your life just now. It doesn't matter who you are. You can't even deny it. Where you made choices from this place unknown to you. You became and made choices for a life that was never yours. You then had wounds that were developed. At a very early age, around grade 3, your wounds and your program onsets. Those wounds then were the creation. So self-worth, rejection, or abandonment, whatever you have on both female or masculine would be pinged. So I'm going to use me as an example. I have self-worth on female. All of a sudden, Coco gets pinged. I'm not good enough. Nobody wants to play with me, whatever my story is. And then all of a sudden, that would go up to my seed manipulation. Okay, wherever your seed is sitting in your body. And the one thing that I knew I needed to do, like maybe I just needed to go say hi to that girl on the playground, my seed manipulation would tell me not to. And I started listening to that voice of the seed manipulation that runs the mind versus trusting myself. Take that in. The seed manipulation almost sits as a headset on your body, okay? And you start listening to the seed manipulation. There's a whole video I did on this called Sent to Seed. And Sent to Seed was activated so that you start listening to the program and the AI so that you don't trust yourself. So before you know it, you're in your 30s, you're in your 40s, and you're like, I'm married to this person, I have these kids, I did X, Y, and Z. Cool, nobody's judging it. But did you do what you wanted to do? Where the fuck did your dreams happen? Did they happen? Or were they wishes? Did your dreams happen or were they wishes? And the answer is they were fucking wishes. You have built your entire life through seed manipulation and your wounds, and in that life, you had wishes. You did not have dreams. Nobody yet even understands themselves enough to be living in their dreams. We're now at the point in the world where we get to build a life, we get to build a world. Our children get to build a life and get to understand how to create and live in their dreams. Dreams! Because wishes, literally, we take for granted. We be fucking angry, we be victim, we're entitled, we're upset, and we miss our wishes over and 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 over. Like I could go on and on about how much we shit on our fucking wishes because we get them. We get our wishes. And then because we don't understand ourselves, because we're in seed manipulation, meaning you're your dad, you're your mom, you did some fucking stupid ass shit or whatever you want to say, that just didn't feel like you and you don't know why you did it, it's because you were in your seed manipulation and you fulfilled someone else's wishes. You fulfilled someone else's wishes, or they were your wishes, but because they didn't turn out exactly how you wanted them. Oh, I want to have a glass of water, but I wanted it to be in a purple glass. Now that you got the green glass, the glass of water shit. Doesn't fucking matter. Program loves that, doesn't it? Because it keeps you wishing and keeps you searching, keeps you going outside of yourself, keeps taking you back to the past to redo it all over again so you could get back to the same spot and hopefully have the right color glass that you want it, but the water's already here. Can you see that in yourself? How it's just been this loop of wishes. And how many times have people said, you've heard people, maybe you've even said it to yourself, it's like, when is enough going to be good enough? When am I going to be happy with what I have? When am I going to accept that I'm living my wishes? That I got my wishes, that I have everything that I wish for, but maybe it just looks different. Maybe it just feels different. But at the bare bones of all of it, you are living your wishes. So what does that mean? It means that you're living your wishes that could have been someone else's wishes from your seed manipulation. That's number one. Notice that. You see it a lot. I've had this conversation with a lot of people where they've said like, oh, so-and-so that I grew up with, they're like literally living their dad's life. Or, you know, a lot of parents, you see this all the time where it's like they tried to be the greatest football player. They tried to be the greatest hockey player and they didn't make it to that tier of the sports that they wanted to. And then all of a sudden they have kids and their kids are becoming them and doing what they couldn't do. Do the kids even want to play hockey? Do the kids even want to play football? Or are they doing it from the seed manipulation? So now they're confused. They don't understand themselves. They're saying that they actually love the sport. They love all this stuff. But do they? Do they? Did anybody ever ask the kids what they truly wanted and why? Or is their wounds already developed and are they already just in the sport doing the thing because the parents' wishes are now being fulfilled through the seed manipulation of the child? Because the child has no awareness of oneself. Unless there's an example within the parents of what it means to bloom, of what it means to understand yourself energetically and not have the seed manipulation and be able to listen to yourself. Because if the kid all of a sudden wants to play hockey or football, but it's coming from their own beautiful original seed, great, who cares? Go and do the thing. But notice, look around in your life. You including, are you this way yourself? And there's nothing wrong with it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. All we can do is be better when we see it and understand. The lack of understanding with inside oneself right now is unwinding like a ball of yarn. So many people are like, why did I do this? Why is this happening? What's going on? This is why. So now all these wishes are being fulfilled left and right, everywhere. They just are. But here's the thing. These wishes are sustaining something that is not you. If you're not accepting it, melting into it, and showing the gratitude and the phenomenon that you made your wishes come true. Otherwise, your pants are just down and you're shitting on your wishes and you're constantly in this energy of push, pull, push, pull, push, pull, standing at a wishing well, constantly throwing in a coin, hoping that the wish is going to come and it's going to come. But when you look around, you actually have it. That's how powerful you are. And that was you in the greenhouse doing that. Take that in. That wasn't even you as a flower blooming up under the sun. You were upside down or you were shriveled under freaking greenhouse lights, not even aware of yourself, and you were making wishes come true. So now here we are in the truth where you get to come into your own garden, moist soil, understand who you are, and you get to make your dreams a reality. You get to live in the frequency, the creation, and the energy of your dreams. Now, if you spent your whole life living in your wishes, what the fuck is life going to feel like or even look like living your dreams? Let's just take a moment to breathe that out. Because no matter who you are, all your traumas, all your stories, everybody has a story, all that stuff. If that's the undercarriage, okay, if that's the soil in which your flowers lived in, all that soil can be healed, it can be changed, it can be removed, you can transplant yourself, cool. You can do that faster, like you can't even believe right now. You want to remove your soil, you want to freaking feel good, message us and fucking get a session, start understanding yourself, and you're going to feel awesome in like 1 session, 2 sessions, a month, because you're just going to be like, holy shit, this clicks, I get it, awesome. You can do this on your own as well. You just have to understand the energy. So you can remove this soil, cool. You can get yourself healed in the undercarriage of yourself, and you can have yourself in new soil. And here's the kicker. You need to be in your own garden and understanding yourself in order to manifest and live and embody your dreams. Okay? There is no gray with that. You cannot be over here in the fried out soil. You can't. With dead fucking roots and not understanding yourself and all the things, you cannot be over there. You cannot be in fear. You cannot be in that energy and embody and manifest and be the creator of your dreams. You can't. That's why this energy has kept us over here for so long, because it wanted us to literally kill and ignore and believe that we could not live our dreams. So we just kept creating wishes over and over and over and over again. And the wishes have never been good enough. We've been sabotaging them. We've been all the things to wishes. I think you got what I'm throwing down. So now we get to understand that we are a flower in this garden, okay? So let's go there together right now. So now see yourself, and I can help you get there, even though many of you aren't living there. Let's do it right now. So see yourself in this garden. And just for easy imagery, see that there's a white picket fence all around this garden, okay? See this garden is brand new. Notice, close your eyes if you need to, and see the soil. It's just freshly there. It's very moist, very crumply, very beautiful. Okay, and notice that there's one flower, however you see it, find it in this garden. This is you. This is you in this moment of now. Even if you're not living it, even if you're not embodying it, we're accessing this truth and this energy of you. Now notice in this garden, this is what's unbelievable. Every single thing that you could want, that comes with a pure intent, with no jealousy, greed, or competition attached to it, and no fear, already is in this garden. So if you imagine, all of the sudden, it's like I look around and I'm like, what's in my garden? Like, who am I? What do I want to do? All of a sudden you see a flower over there in the sea snorkeling. And you're like, what the fuck? There's a flower snorkeling. That's in your garden. It already exists. It's already there. So all you have to do is try the snorkeling. All you have to do is have the experience, and it happens. It's instantaneous manifestation because everything already exists in this garden, but you have to be clear, you have to take the action, and you have to believe in yourself that this is in your garden. Whatever it is that's in your garden, you've already planted for yourself. It's already in the whole creation field of you. It's already there. All you have to do is walk up to your garden and basically feed it to yourself, the flower of you, and it moves through your density body into creation. That is why 2 months ago, all the things I was putting out information that you are a portal. What is the portal in the truth of you? It is you going to your garden, picking a flower, seeing yourself as the vase and putting the flower into the vase, and it comes out in instantaneous manifestation. So you can say to me like, oh, okay, well, Coco, I want to, anything density. Let's just say I want to have a house that I can have people come and stay at and heal and understand themselves. Or I want to have a hotel where people can come and it's super decorated, it's beautiful, all the things, and they can just come, like, get away from their life and see themselves from see their life from the other side. Okay? So in this instant, it's like, okay, you go into your garden, and if you want to say the hotel is over here, you can see it as a beautiful rose bush. So what do? You literally walk into your garden, you go to the rose bush, you see the hotel because you have the awareness, you have the consciousness, you have the dream, okay? This is a dream, not a wish, okay? Because a wish is literally something outside of you to make you feel better about your life. Take that in. A wish is something outside of you to make you feel better about your life. And we need wishes. We need it because wishes are our carrots. Wishes are part of the level of consciousness to get you to the creation of your dreams. You have to understand how to wish, which we all have PhDs in wishing. We really honestly do. Because we have been masters in wishing and wishing through the messiness of creating the wishes. They have all manifest. They've just been messy wishes. And some of them, yes, have been clear, but for the majority, they've been messy. A dream, okay? A dream is the energy of you living the dream. You don't need the dream. You don't need the dream. The dream needs you. Take that in. The wish, you need the wish. The dream, it needs you. It needs you to happen. It needs this body of form. In order for dreams to manifest, it needs the vessel, it needs the being, it needs the vase to create. And dreams can only happen when the vessel, when the vase understands themselves, because the dream will not enter into a vase that isn't clear. The dream will not enter into the vase that is going to alter the dream on any level. because the dream is the highest frequency of love, of creation, of existence on this planet. So when you live your dream, there is no fear, there is no anxiety. You are living in what artists would call a state of flow. Yes, you have your density logistics. Okay, if you have the hotel and that is your dream, you are holding the embodiment, you are holding the experience for that dream. So everybody that comes into your dream is altered. You don't have to worry because you're holding the energetic vibrational frequency, which is let me get the word. It is a state of being, and it is a vibrational frequency. So how I explain it to you is your dream looks like a planetary experience. So meaning when you start to embody and live out your dream, everybody that comes and experiences your dream is coming to your planet system, which houses your garden. That is a level of integrity, personal responsibility, and accountability that literally changes the reality and experience of humanity on this planet, because you remember how to be the creator and the actual creation of life itself. Take that in. Take that in. And that is the direction the planet is moving. And I understand that for some people, they can't compute what I'm saying, but it does not matter. Feel it in your body. Wishes are external. We need the wishes. The wishes don't need us. Dreams, the dreams need us. That's why we have to do the work to understand ourselves, to be in our garden, to be able to walk into that rose bush and start pruning and trimming it and being clear enough for that dream to all of a sudden come through the vessel, come through the vase. Now, this is not bibbity bobbity boo, okay? This is not like, oh, I want a hotel and I'm gonna sit here like this and fucking hope that something falls from the sky. It doesn't work that way. You have to take the action, but the action has never ever been more potent and fast and instantaneous in creation of the dreams than ever before on the planet, because we are doing this from a light state, from a consciousness state, from the light running the body of form. This is what the fucking greenhouse did not want us to remember. So the greenhouse, we were born into a world that duplicated this, and this world rules greed, jealousy, and competition. This one just does it because it's the right thing to do, and money is not the undercarriage force. Greed is not the driving force for dreams. Jealousy is not the driving force for dreams. The driving force for dreams is love and flow. Okay? The driving force for it is joy, is external and internal peace. That is the driving force for dreams. Dreams exist on that frequency. You have to get yourself on that frequency, and that is so easy. And it's, again, I keep saying this on repeat, it's not hard when you want to get out of the jealousy, the greed, the competition, the fear, the anxiety, the blame, and you want to look at yourself and you want to live a life of dreams. Dreams are a feeling of what you feel like every single day when you wake up on vacation. So go to that in your life. All the times that you have had a vacation and you wake up and you're like, oh my God, I feel so good. I don't have to worry. I don't have to, do the normal routine, all the things. I'm not in the rat race of life. I could go and paint today. I could go and walk today. I could sit and read a book all day. That feeling, that frequency is what dreams are made of. And you are the one that creates that. You are the one that sustains that. You are the one that understands that. And then a byproduct of that, The external things that need to provide for that dream happen. So yes, you need currency in order to keep the lights on in your hotel. Yes, you need currency to buy the food, to feed the people, to buy the bedding, to do all the things. All that happens once you live in the frequency of this. Because it is a magnet. It is a magnet. People cannot not feel you. They cannot feel it. Anybody who is living their dreams truly on this planet, again, the numbers are few, but there's people that are starting to and people that are examples of this, okay? You cannot not want to be a part of it or have an experience at their restaurant or their hotel or their clothing store or whatever it is, because even if people are at a high level of their wishes, you can see, but most of all, you can feel the percentage of their dream coming through, because there's a feeling to it. You're just like, what the heck? How many times? Here's an example. Have you been in a city, a brand new city, you don't know the city, whatever, and you're walking down the street and all of a sudden you can see it. You're like, wow, what's that place? What's that place? And why are you saying, what's that place? Because there's a feeling emanating out from that place and it's pulling you in. So even though that clothing store, that restaurant is living and creating and doing it from wishes, there is a small percentage of dreams oozing out of that place. The beings just might not understand themselves enough yet to embody it fully as a dream. But you can feel it, can you not? You've had these experiences in your life. You've had these experiences. So you know it's possible. You know that there's people that are doing it and you can do it too. Whatever that is for you. So when you sit here in the unwinding of the life that you were born into, you get to really discover who you want to be by walking in and understanding your true garden so that you can move into your dreams and embody it and live it. But again, you cannot live in the true garden of you because you're just bullshitting yourself if you cannot look at yourself, if you cannot hold accountability and responsibility within yourself. If you want to blame, if you want to check out, if you don't want to look at yourself, you're just going to live the wish life on repeat. And that literally is not going to be able to sustain your life. It's just not. You're going to be unhappy. You're going to feel that internal unhappiness. You might have everything externally, but things are going to pile up and pile up and pile up and pile up for you because the energy won't allow it. The energy is moving into a life of dream sustainment, of using your portal, your vase, to be able to access things in the garden, which we can call the field, the energetic, the point zero, the creation, whatever words that people use. I use the garden. When you can go into the garden of creation and you can plant the seeds, harvest the seeds, and put them into your vase, your portal, you then manifest a reality, a state of being, a planetary system, a garden that literally is why you're alive. Literally. And why we have fucking lived in a world that has gotten so fucked up. And there's no judgment, and this is only the words that I can use to describe it. Because the world feels the way that it does, the things got the way that they did, is literally so that we can't remember this, so that we can't do this. And can you not see what would happen if this world over here that's full of greed, jealousy, and competition could do this? Oh my God, we would implode, would we not? So you can see where the greenhouse world has been trying to do this through external wishes. You can see where you've been trying to do it through external wishes. How's that been working for you? It hasn't, because it's never good enough. There's always a problem. There's always someone to blame. And just when you build your sandcastle, just when you build your thing, you run all over it and you wreck it. Because heaven fucking forbid that your wish came true and that you can actually have it. When you're over here and you don't understand yourself, you're constantly sabotaging your wishes. Because your wounds are running the show, your seed manipulation is active, you just don't understand. So even though you're building the thing, you have the sandcastle, as soon as that sandcastle is built, you literally step all over it and you wreck it. Why? Because you don't understand yourself to be able to live as a flower that's in bloom, to create your reality and to manifest your dreams.